Into enemy territory.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Being chased, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Akeem Hicks able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. On third down, Brissett. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up second and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Now a give running right is low. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And Robinson with a big catch. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Shotgun handoff now for Love. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Darnold on third down. He's got Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, here's Love. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the carry, it's Love. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Darnold from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
57's the mic. Watch 57. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He completes it to Evans. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Love. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
57. Waiting. Tackle. Check.
On 2nd down now, it's Love. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Brissett on first down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
We got 4.
Brissett to throw on first. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Bravo! 57 to Mike! 57 to Mike! Now I'm lose one. Kill! Man, 80!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
On the ready. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the field.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brissett. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be taken very short, and he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
To throw is Brissett, and he's going to go down again.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line.
At their own 40-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold, he finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He finds Robinson. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Love trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, here's Love. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They run again with Breida. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. To throw, Brissett. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them snips this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it cost them 2 points.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Shift. Hey, switch gears.
Here's Love again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Love. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. They'll run with Love. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big run there by Johnson. 46 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. The first down carry here for Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. He will push his way down to about the 14. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. On first down. Boom. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll run on first down. Boom. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now it's Darnold. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Stand up in.
Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give, how much blood, what you bleed. I'ma tell you I'm a misconception.